Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning to our honorable lecturer who teaches sampling technique for plant pests, Mr. Dana Wicaksono, and I'm proud of all of my friends. Let me introduce our group. We are from Group 2, who will present material about our project plan for sampling technique. Next. So, our team, there are Adiah Ajeng, Sumaningrum, Ratna Ika Rahayu, Adinda Lutfi Tanuri, Amanda Paul, Akila Hasna, and Lilich Istiana.
Okay, this project was carried out on Pak Yatno Agricultural Land in Kadirojo, Purwomartani, Kalasan Sleman, Daerah Istimewa Yogyakarta. On that land, watermelon plants are cultivated. We choose watermelon plant because it is easier to conduct sampling to the relatively wide space plant, which is approximately 50 by 50 centimeter. The has a total area of 500 square meter in the sub of a rectangle. Plastic molds have been installed to preserve soil moisture and to control weed growth with a width of 60 centimeter. Based on the landform,
Next.
Okay, next is the plant condition. For the amount, the watermelon plant on the land are plant in 3 beds, and then for the tall of plant, the average F1 watermelon is 100 centimeter, and then the rest of the plant is entering the generative phase, and some have already product large and small fruit, and some are still flowering.
Okay, next are potential pests and disease. The first one is white. White flies are tiny, sucking insects that become abundant in vegetable ornamental planting, especially for watermelon, especially during warm weather. They excrete a sticky honeydew and cause yellowing or death of leaves. Outbreaks often occur when the natural biological control is disrupted. And then there are fruit flies. Fruit are transmitted by and perch on fruit to lay. The eggs hatch a kind of egg, prey on the flesh of the fruit for several days, and then enter the ground to pupate until it emerges as a young fruit fly. Due to attacks on fly, the fruit of the plant on the skin of the fruit appears to be a punctured wound on the fruit proboscis, which show the white spot become wider and wider as the color change. The more reddish and aromatic the flesh of the fruit on the part that is attacked will be a little sour. And then next, a yellow leaf. Next. Okay, and then a yellow or WP, watermelon virus, is a member within virus genus. WMP particles plexus roots which have a single strand of RNA, and it's spread in a non-persistent manner by the white experiment and natural host range for 40 days. Watermelon mosaic virus causes systemic mosaic and occasionally formation in Curcubia pepo, while causing necrotic localization, lesion, systemic mottling, and when the affecting a pisum or mosaic lesion and fruit dissertation in Citrus lanatus. Next.
Okay, next is sampling method. Based on the distribution pattern of pests and disease, a sampling method is chosen zigzag. the sampling method that will be used in the zigzag method. This is because it is suitable for long land condition, and based on the literature that we are read for horticultural commodities, it is best to use the zigzag sampling method. And the sampling method using zigzag sampling, using 30 sample with 10 sample per bed and 1 sample unit of watermelon plants. And to catch potential plant pests, there are whiteflies, is using sticky traps. Sticky traps will later be installed near the sample maker stakes. Next. Okay, there is a zigzag sampling pattern. Dia, can you zoom on the sampling patternnya? Zigzag sampling, and the red is watermelon plant samples, and the green is watermelon plant plot. Next. Okay, there is monitoring and scoring. For disease monitoring is carried out by calculating the intensity and incidency of disease. And for pest monitoring is carried out by calculating the intensity and incidency of pest attacks. And then we are go to scoring. Scoring is guided by literary books that discuss pest and disease scoring.
Okay, I want to explain leaf monitoring technique or WMV. We know that monitoring is a process of collection and analyzing information based on indicators that are determined systematically and continuous about an activity or program, so that corrective action can be carried out to improve the activity in the future. Leaf growth monitoring technique. A strict monitoring or observation system in the affected area to avoid a population explosion. Monitoring is carried out by observing when the first symptoms of leaf damage due to Picomovirus infection. Picomovirus can infect plants through the whitefly vector insect, Bemisia tabaci. Considering the life cycle of Bemisia tabaci, biotype B and non-B is 33 to 27 and 30 days respectively. Monitoring needs to be carried out every month from the time the plant in 1 month old until harvest. Using neem extract and bioinsecticide or Befaria bassiana, although this method does not kill directly, it is effective and does not pollute the environment. Next. Okay, we next in Bemisia tabaci or whiteflies monitoring technique. Monitoring is carried out by first observing the symptoms caused by Bemisia tabaci attacks. OPD observations on plants are carried out in 2 ways, namely fake observations and roving observations. After carrying out observation of the plot, Roving observations are still carried out in each subregion. In incidental conditions, if there is a trend of increasing pest attacks in other subregions, additional observation need to be made. This was followed by sampling of pre-adult Bemisia tabaci, which was carried out using a random sampling method. By collecting samples of watermelon plant live in the designated beds. These insects reproduce very quickly if environmental conditions are favorable, namely hot and humid. The life cycle of Bemisia tabaci is approximately 1 month, and plants begin to be attracted by whiteflies a month after planting.
Okay, next, the incident of plants attacked by pest or disease is calculated using the formula as following: PP equal X divided by N times 100%. PP is percentage of plants attacked by pest or disease, and then X is number of plants attacked by pest or disease, and then N is number of. Next. Okay, the intensity of plant attacked by pest or disease is calculated using the following formula. AP equals N times V divided by Z N times 100%. AP is percentage of pest or disease intensity and number of plant in each symptom category. V score value for each category. Z score value from the highest category. And then N is number of plant observed. Next. It is a scoring whitefly monitoring technique. When score 0 is proportion of virus or plant attack symptom, no population. And then score 1 is proportion of virus or plant attack symptom is 0 until 10 individual per shot. 3, 10 until 30 individual per shot. 5, 30 until 50 individual per shot. And then 7 is 50 until 100 individual per shot, and then 9 is the greatest than 100 individual per shot. And then this is a WMV monitoring technique. Score 1 is proportion of virus or plant attack symptom, no symptom, or 0%. And then 2, mild symptom, when 1% until 25%, 3 moderate symptom, and then 4 is severe symptom, and then 5 is very severe symptom or PUSO. Next. And then this is a pest attack intensity assessment categories. Categories mild level of attack on plant if attack level is until 25%. Moderate attack rate 25 until 50%. Severe if attack 50% until 85%, and PUSO if the attack rate is higher than 5%. Next. Okay, this is categories for assessment of the attack intensity. Category, and there are three: mild, moderate, severe, and PUSO.
Okay, This is the timeline activities. We do the observation. We do observation with the interval that was carried once a week, starting and week 11. And the activities start in week 9. And in the week 9, we do the land survey. And then for the week 10, we do the presentation of activity plan. And then we do the monitoring in for week. So we start pest and disease monitoring in week 11 until week 14. And in the week 14, we do the pest and disease monitoring and interview with the farmer about the plant condition as well as the cultivation technique used. And then for the week 15, we do the presentation of the result. Okay, next.
Okay, the last but not least, land agroecosystem. The land agroecosystem conditions include red chili, cayenne pepper, and watermelon plantation, and rice fields too. And there are fish ponds. So, thank you for watching and for your attention. If you guys have a question or something, you can tell in our WhatsApp group. Thank you.